Don't silence her. Let her speak. Let her speak. Let Jada talk.
Don't play with her, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding.
I didn't realize that my phone holder was at this angle, so I need to find somewhere else to put it, but I'm driving now, so I'm gonna have to work with that. I'm almost home, so I'm gonna make a quick video. Will and Jada, let me tell you something. Everybody is tired of being in the group chat. I am not. This is very interesting to me. Let me not use entertaining because it has certain connotations, but it's very interesting to see this relationship that people had on a pedestal. Not everyone, but that Will and Jada love, that relationship that we all thought was going great. Now, mind you, it's very interesting to see it. It's very interesting to see how it's unfolding. Very interesting. Sorry, I know I'm talking with both my hands, but the car is kind of driving itself right now, so yeah. But my hands are near the wheel. They're near the wheel, okay? They're near the wheel. Hands on the wheel. I feel like people are kind of very... I feel like people are very... like, oh, I can't believe, or who knew, like, all this was going on. And I was like, I feel like there were rumors about them being in an open relationship for a long time, and that's one thing. But the kids turned out, or were starting to turn out, very strange. A lot of people were discussing that from before. I guess I'm in my bonnet. I'm sorry. I had to run to drop the kids to school and daycare this morning. My oldest daughter woke up. She had a fever, so I was just in a rush. And I overslept a little bit. Usually I have to get up at 5:30, and I got up at 6, so that put me a little bit behind. The Will and Jada thing, yeah, it's so funny watching her talk, because I haven't watched the full interviews, and I'm going to make another video, but to watch her speak and say some things that are kind of very contradictory is very, very interesting to me. For example, saying that she and Tupac could have never been together because they didn't have, and there was no chemistry there, but then saying that he proposed to her from jail and that they were soulmates. It's like, ma'am, what are you actually talking about? What are you actually talking about? Now, mind you, this is all really great promo for her book. Amazing, because this is all everybody's talking about. Not everybody, but this is what is on the topic of a lot of blogs, vlogs, videos, Instagram, TikToks. I'm seeing it all over the place. So, ma'am, whatever you're doing is working. But also keep in mind, that is very weird. Like, they were so quiet and so private for the longest time, and then the whole August Alsina thing happened. And if you don't know, August Alsina basically exposed that he was sleeping with Jada while she was married to Will Smith. But August Alsina, who's an R&B singer, was friends with Jaden Smith, which is her son, and that's how they met. And he was a family friend. And at the time that Jada and August Alsina were dealing with each other, that she likes to call an entanglement, he was dealing with depression and drugs, due to just, August Alsina has had a lot of trauma in his life. Very sick, dealing with illnesses, taking care of his nieces because his brother was killed, not a great relationship with his mom. Like, he's just been open about, his mom not really showing him love and not being the best parent towards him. So he was dealing with a lot of trauma. I think someone else had died. I think his sister had died as well. Like, there were a few family members of his that had died, and he was just dealing with a lot in his life. And yeah, some people said that she took advantage of him because he was so much younger than her and she was older. And anyways, so there was a whole conflict from there, and that's kind of when the cracks, I guess, started to show. But just to see, and I lost my train of thought, so I'm just gonna keep talking, and hopefully it connects with what I was talking about before. It's just interesting to see that's when the cracks started to show. But ever since then, and she had that red table talk with Will, talking about her entanglement and sleeping with with August, it's been very interesting to see this, like, how she kind of goes back and forth. So that happened, but then she's also been talking about how upset she was that Will Smith threw her this 40th birthday party, or this party, I think it was her 40th, and how it was a show of extravagance, and how he should know her, and it was thoughtless, and like, why would he do that? And he knows that she doesn't like attention, and it was more for him than it was for her, and it was a show off for his friends, and I was like, I was like, okay, I kind of see her point in a way. Don't come for me yet. Wait, in a way in where if I don't like something, like if you know truly in my heart I don't like something, and then you go all out on that to celebrate me, like just because you would like it doesn't mean I have to like it. If I don't like surprise birthday parties and you know that you're my partner, don't throw me a surprise birthday party and expect me to be grateful. Okay? If you know I'm not a show-offy person and you buy me a $40 million dollar necklace for my birthday, I'm not going to be grateful. I'm not going to be grateful because I don't like it. I don't want it. I said I wanted a nice romantic dinner with my husband and you buy me a $40 million necklace to be gaudy to show off for whom? I'm not going to wear it. I don't like it. And you know that. You know what I wanted and you decided to get me something for you rather than to get me something for me. I feel like that's thoughtless and people will be like, oh, you're grateful. There's people that would Yeah. There's people that would appreciate you loving them the way they want to be loved, not the way you would want to love them. Now, yes, you should be able to express your love the way you want. It's give and take. But if it's my birthday, do something that I would like for my birthday, not something I specifically asked you not to do that you know that I don't like. So I was kind of on her side for that, but then I was talking with a client of mine, and they were like, oh, but for the same birthday or for another birthday, her kids threw her a whole concert and did a whole dedication for her, and it was a whole showy thing, and she didn't blast them about that. And I said, you know what, you're right. You know what, you're right. And also, it's kind of one thing for Will to say, hey, I threw her a party and she wasn't really that receptive to it and I had to learn how to love her in a different way, rather than for him to do something that was thoughtful. Like, it was thoughtful. I don't think he did it to be a show off to other people. Like, he was recording months in advance and doing behind the scenes, and he was thinking of her. So even if someone does something that you didn't like or didn't appreciate or something, the thought and the love and the effort was there. You don't have to not spit on them, but you don't have to be so ungrateful. Like, at least say thank you. There's two things can be true. Like, you can express yourself and say, hey, like, I feel like this could have been thought out better, or this makes me kind of feel unseen or unheard, and also be grateful. Like, I am thankful for you, and I'm thankful that you did think of me. Like, it wasn't just a thoughtless effort. It wasn't like you just ran out in the morning, forgot my birthday, and got me something. You thought of me, but I want to get to a place where you can love me the way I need to be loved, and this is how I can receive it, and that's a good thing. So the fact that she blasted him was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna stop here because I can't reverse and chit chat. The fact that she blasted him was like, hey, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's not how you treat me. And that was a show for your friends and da-da-da. And he was like, hey, So I think people are looking at Will as more of a, like, subservient to her. Like, she kind of runs him and changes him, because remember, Will's from the hood. Like, he's a down to earth, like, cool black dude, and then it just became like him being like, oh, we don't discipline our kids and we don't do this, and we take not experimental but drugs to open up our mind, to experiment with more of our consciousness, and everyone's like, that's Jada, that's not Will. Now, I can't speak to what is Jada and what is Will, because when the whole entanglement thing came out, everybody was coming for Jada, and I'm like, how did everybody miss the part where Will said he was doing his thing too? And I know people were criticizing him because of the age difference between Jada and August, and also because of his mental state and his drug abuse at the time, but people were also coming for her for sleeping with someone else outside of the marriage. But I'm like, he was doing that too. So I can understand criticizing her for the situation of like the power dynamics in that situation, which is 100% valid. I agree with that. But also, like, they're not together, and if this is what Will wants, it's very interesting. So it's very interesting that people don't want to know the specifics. And do I think Jada is a toxic person? Yes, I do, because I think some things can be kept in private. Sorry, going back to what my thought process was. The whole thing with the birthday party, you can be appreciative and also tell him, like, this is how I feel about that, but also to do it publicly. You know what I mean? I don't think that I've ever, and correct me if I'm wrong, heard Will Smith doing interviews criticizing Jada, telling everyone, like, the negative things about Jada, and how ungrateful she is for how terrible she is for some of the things that she's done to him that he didn't appreciate. and how, you know what I mean, and the women that him talking about like who she slept with, and it's just all very, very interesting to me. But I'm kind of here for it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm watching. I'm tuned in. I'm here for episode 7. I don't know what the next thing is gonna be. I don't know what the next bomb drop is, and I'm not buying the book. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not buying the book, because she's giving all the tea for free. And the way my TikTok algorithm goes, somebody's gonna drop all them TED Talk points in the chat. So, but I'm subscribed. I'm tuned in. I'm here to see what's next. But Krishan and Blueface, I don't want to hear about them anymore. I actually don't want to hear about him, her, or the baby mother. You know what's so funny? I thought the baby mother was going to be the one I liked the least, and I really did like Krishan. I just felt like, you know, Blueface was doing the most. But I don't like them both. And I understand young, stupid, young, dumb love, codependency. I understand all that. Been there, done that, could write a book on it, not going to. But at this point, the back and forth, it's like, you know what? We've all gone back to the dude that we shouldn't have gone back to. Not all of us. I know some of you is smarter than me. But we've all done things that we are not proud of. You don't have to post it, though. That's my thing, is that you don't have to post it. You know when you're like, if you didn't tell me, I would never know? You know when you're like, when you go back to him after he's posted pictures of your son's genitals online, you're going to look real silly. You know that you could do that in private and we wouldn't know? You can be silly in private and we won't know. And we'll be rooting for you. Everyone's rooting for Krishan over Blueface. Even if you're not a fan of both of them, I've never really seen anyone take Blueface's side over Krishan, especially how things have transpired now. You could keep that. I'm tired of hearing about them. I feel like I'm being forced. I don't consent to hearing about them, but I know about them, and I'm not gonna lie, it bothers me. But I mean, I hope they all get to a better place where they can co-parent and etc., etc. And that new song from the baby mother, I don't know her name, and I'm not gonna call her Stewie. Slaps. That Barbie song, I know it's kind of a diss track, but it's on TikTok, and I be bopping. In a Barbie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might even go on Spotify and get the song. It's a bop. It's a bop. What's up, mother effer, what? Oh, it's a bop. It's a vibe. So, yeah. So, anyways, I gotta get to work. I'm here from my house. I'm just gonna back in. But no, I'm here for all the Will and Jada. And as updates go, I might talk about it. Because look, we're here talking about it now. So if you're really tired about hearing about Will and Jada, why did you click on this video? Think about it. It's interesting. And the memes are hilarious. The stand-up comedy clips I've seen about it are hilarious. What? Tupac died to get away from Jada? That's freaking funny. That's funny. It's funny. I'm enjoying this because they're both consenting adults with the equal power dynamic, it seems, right? So Will can leave anytime he wants. If she is out here making him look stupid, and he is staying. And there's a lot of women that go through that where the man makes them look stupid and they stay. And I'm not saying that he deserves to go through that because of what other women have went through, but he can leave. He needs to leave. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he needs to leave. But they're both consenting adults, and this works for them. Like, if they break up, who else do you want them to be with? If this is what Will wants, who do you want him to be with? If this is who he is, who do you want him to be with? If this is who Jada is, there's a couple of men that I could think of that deserve Jada. But it works for them. So who am I? Who am I to end this entertaining saga? I am a busy mom. I really don't have time to watch like series, shows, movies, and things like that. But this, I'm tuned in. You know what? I might have to go watch those full interviews. I might just have to put it beside my work computer and chat, type. But I'm tuned in, and I'm not tuning out. And I don't want to be out the group chat. And all you people that said Jada needs to stop talking, no, she needs to talk more. She needs to talk more so we can know what is happening, and we can know what this type of toxic situation looks like and how it evolves and develops and progresses so we can avoid it. It is a learning. Who's that? Oh, I don't know. It is a learning lesson, and I want to learn, and I want to watch, and you're not going to stop me. Don't silence her. Let her speak. Let her speak. Let Jada talk. Let her talk. I like all the Jadas. I like Jada Pinkett Smith. I like Jada Wada. I like Jada. I just like Jadas. I just like Jadas. Let them talk. I like it. I don't like how everybody likes Jada's and they start to talk. Everybody said they liked Jada, and then she went on the show with Ari and all that stuff and started talking. People were like, oh, we don't like Jada anymore. She needs to be quiet. Stop trying to silence the Jadas. Let them speak so we can know what's going on. Okay? The Jadas don't seem to be in the greatest of relationships, but they're figuring it out. And I like Jada. I do. She just looks so sweet and so nice. So that's it for today. I said I was gonna go back to work, and yet here I am still. So yeah, talk to you later.